before I get started for the readings, for this reading for the forecast of 2024, I need to make it known that pile 1 and pile 2 are a cohesive reading to one another, and they depend on one another. So you could choose either pile 1 or pile 2 first, but afterwards I would strongly advise for you to go to the second pile that you did not choose to complete your reading, because pile 1 would be I would say pile 1 is the yang and pile 2 is the yin. The light side of your forecast and the shadow side of your forecast that you need to be aware of. Goddess Kali wants to come out in this reading for 2024. So I will take out my Kali Oracle. I've never used that on stream, and I've never used that in any of my YouTube readings. So this marks a new era for my readings. To take out Goddess Kali. Something special is happening this year. Monumental. That's the word. Monumental. But yes, monumental is the word. I wonder if more words will come. Yes, it will. I'm literally taking one day at a time. I'm not in the mindset to be like rush. Maybe that's the energy for the new year. The cards have chosen themselves today. These are the cards that are going to be in our reading today. Look, I'm going to be using these tiny little tarot cards I bought from a convention, from a marketplace. They're sticker forms, but they're tarot cards. They're so small. Okay. I forgot the brand, the local brand, so I'm going to put a tag on the corner of this reading when you guys watch the pick a card video. You guys can go check them out if you want to support their art. We're gonna do 2 piles today. Each pile is gonna be very detailed and thorough to guide you guys on to the year 2024, all throughout 2024. Any messages that need to be heard and given for the year 2024 will come out, and my intention is to provide you all a general guideline to stick by, things to be looking out for, things to avoid, so you could have the smoothest new year as possible, so you can live in your highest truth to become the best version of yourself at all times. Okay, so I'm going to just form the piles for now, and then once I have the piles formed, I will have you guys choose between 2 piles. I'll have an item on the screen. Keep in mind, this is a general reading for the collective of Veruca Cyn. If it doesn't fully resonate, please be more than welcome to let it go. It may resonate at a later time and or maybe not at all. But the whole intention of these readings is to help expand your mind and current perspective on your reality and your own circumstances in a way with the intentions of helping you improve and find blind spots that you could be taking actions on for. Okay, time to choose your pile. You have 2 piles to choose, and I'm gonna have these as the piles. These are cat head bookmarks, magnetic bookmarks. Very cute. So pile 1 is going to be this cat. Pile 2 is going to be this cat, the gray cat. So the first pile is like first pile is an orangey pile. Second pile is like a gray pile. So once again, pile 1. Yeah. And pile 2. Pile 1. Pile 2. Choose your kitties for the year 2024. Your reading for 2024. And then when you're ready, just click on the timestamps and the captions down below, and it will take you to your reading. Pile 1. These are your cards. So you got, I think that's 5 of Wands. What's 11? 2 of Swords. Oh shoot, I forgot how to read Roman numerals again. That 9? No, it's the Hermit. Okay. Knight of Wands. And then 5 of Swords. I think this is 9 of Wands. What's 1x? Yeah, it's 9. 9 of Swords. 9 of Wands. And this is V1, so that is that like IV is 4. Okay, I did it wrong. It's not 5, huh? IV is 4 of Wands. Okay, so there's a 4 of Wands and a 4 of Swords. Let me channel. At the beginning of 2024, pile 1, you're going to end up putting a lot of focus on your priorities, on your stability. You're gonna spend a lot of time resting in between and reflecting on what is most crucial and important to you in the new year, like starting forward 2024 onto the rest of the year. You'll be reflecting a lot about what you will start putting first and making that your priority, and making it what is the new important thing in your life. And you're going to begin cutting away a lot of things that you feel no longer serve you, because you spent all of 2023 this year trying it out. You were testing and you were experimenting and you were giving things a chance, and you have come to conclusions about what is not working and what you want to spend less time of from this year 2023 into 2024, what you will be removing out of the picture. 1x, I forget what 1x is. 9. Oh yeah, 9 of Wands. Yeah, so you're going to also be slow to take on people's offers for when people want to invite you out and want to bring you places. And these people who are coming in with these sort of offers and opportunities to you, they're more so a Knight of Wands energy, meaning they're not mature. A lot of them are just like, it's hot and cold. They're, for the moment, very spontaneous, and it is more like a short-term goal sort of aspiration. These people that are coming with these, so these people that are coming in, they are like a Knight of Wands energy, spontaneous, hot and cold, very short-term thinking. They're not thinking long-term. They're not like planners. They're more like spontaneous, like whatever feels right at the moment type of opportunities. So these could be like clubbing, let's go clubbing, let's go into the mall, want to go out for drinks, that kind of stuff. Nothing substantial, nothing like, hey, you want to collaborate, hey, you want to work on a project, or you want to prepare for a show or an event. Nothing like that. These are very short-term, instant gratification type of opportunities that are coming in, and I see you being like very hesitant to accepting. You're going to be very discerning, pile 1, in 2024, where, who, and what you give your time to. And that is amazing and beautiful for me to see. Congratulations, because you guys are really valuing your time. You guys are realizing how finite human time is in your timeline, and how valuable your own worth is, what it is that you have to bring to the table, what you have to manifest and create and bring to the world, what you want to accomplish. You are now realizing in 2024 that it is so special, and it has so much, there's so much worth. You have so much worth, and you're realizing that. Wow, I'm getting emotional. I feel it. I'm really happy for you guys. Wow. Pile 1. You are realizing your worth, and you know where it should be spent, and you're stepping into being your own BFF. You're becoming your own confidante. You're becoming your own best friend. You're becoming your own lover. You're becoming your own parent. You're being the mother and the father guardian and the authority figure that you didn't have in your life growing up. And you're stepping into that place in 2024. And you can see yourself so clearly that when people who are coming to you and offering you less and offering for you to spend your time in a way that is less than what you deserve, and it isn't helping you shine to the fullest of your capacity, you're going to say no, because you know where you're going to spend your time. Like, you would rather go to a spa on your own than give your time to these knights, these Knight of Wands, these spontaneous hot and cold people who aren't even really there to want to build a friendship with you long term, but more like you're like friends for a season type vibe, or friends for a reason type vibe. I'm crying, I need toilet paper. Okay, Six of Pentacles. I forgot what the energy of Six of Pentacles is. Let me look at it quickly to say. I'm learning to read cards through just numbers, Roman numerals, and like just by looking at abstract cards, but it's still a little hard for me. Six of Pentacles. Okay, I see it. Okay, yeah. You are returning the treatment and energy that others have been giving to you all the years before. 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020. You are no longer giving people special treatment when they didn't show or do anything to show that they deserve it. They never reciprocated to you. They've never provided value to you. They've never enhanced anything in your life for the better. You are reflecting back to the taker energy. You're not giving them, no one's getting any free passes of the year 2024. No one's getting away for mistreating you and trying to pull a quick one over on you in 2024. You will be pointing it out. You'll be voicing it out. You'll be using your words. You'll be exercising your boundaries. You'll be exercising your standards. You will be showing and admitting to the world who you are and what you believe you deserve, and you're not settling for any less. And the world is going to take it. They're going to take it and they're going to accept it, and they're going to really start seeing you for who you are, Pawan. And they're going to start respecting you. That is amazing. Kali wants to come out now, so we're going to pull cards. I'm going to pull one oracle card from the Kali oracle deck. And I'm going to read from the booklet. Oops. That's still too many cards. I'm just going to take the first one. Blue Tara, 17. Oh, that's beautiful. I've never seen this card before. This is Tara's name. Blue Tara. That's cool. Look at that beautiful look. $17. 1 plus 7 numerology equals 8. Abundance. Year of abundance for you, Power One. Abundance and prosperity. Things flowing. Pouring back into yourself. Returning back to yourself. Returning back home. Sweet Mother of Peace now bestows her gifts of clarity, peace, and the power to overcome any negative condition. Just as the beautiful lotus grows from muddied waters, so too shall you arise from confusion, difficult circumstances, and heavy energies into sacred blossoming. If you feel held back or slowed down by your circumstances, remember that your soul has the ability to process all experiences and become stronger, not weaker, through doing so. The oracle indicates healing and a positive prediction for a peaceful future. That's true, because I did say there's going to be a lot of reflecting and reprioritizing and resting, so that you would rather spend time just healing and recuperating than giving it away on your downtime, giving it away to people who are just here for a season or here for a reason. So you're going to be working hard and building yourself and your goals and your visions, and in between you are letting yourself rest and be in a state of peace rather than feeling like you need to go out and catch up and do this and that. That's beautiful. You have a new balance, you have a new system, you have a new routine, you have a new ritual for how you take care of yourself, you have a new lifestyle and outlook moving forward, Pal 1. Second of the Mahavidya wisdom goddesses is the goddess Tara. Represented by her many colors, Tara manifests in unlimited forms to accomplish whatever task is required to support the spiritual liberation of all beings. Tara can be Samya, gentle, kind, and comforting like the moon. She can be Agra Tara, which is fierce, defender against extreme negativities, wrathful and fearsome. Her multiple forms remind us of the unending resourcefulness of the Divine Mother. It is taught that Tara will manifest in whatever form is required for the protection of spiritual aspirants. Tara is the Divine Mother's enlightened activity. Sometimes we subconsciously switch off from divine assistance by limiting what we think is possible for spiritual energy to influence and manifest. I'm going to read that again. Sometimes we subconsciously switch off from divine assistance by limiting what we think is possible for spiritual energy to influence and manifest. The oracle asks you to challenge such spirit-limiting beliefs to empower divine assistance in your life. Literally, the song "Do You Believe in Miracles" is playing in my head right now. And I'm getting cold. Let me pull a blanket before I finish this page. I left the window open for too long and now I'm cold. Some water. Wow, like this energy that I'm reflecting right now on stream, how I'm just taking my sweet ass time, is literally how you guys will be doing your energy in 2024. Taking your sweet ass time for everything that serves you and only you. You're pouring back into yourself after all those years of not pouring into you first. And it feels good. My back feels a little bit in pain, so I'm going to lay back. Wow, look at this. This is the life, guys. Tibetan Buddhist doctrine teaches that Tara loves us all as her one child. There is a significance to this that is freeing. In the realm of ego, we see ourselves and others as either allied or at war. The ego thinks you are either with me or against me, and battle ensues. For the peace-loving heart, there is no joy in such a way of being. It creates anxiety, distress, and fear, which steals the power, love, and hopefulness from the heart. When we acknowledge that Tara loves us all as her one child, rather than as her many children, it gives us permission to receive fully without guilt. It gives us leave to not lose faith if another appears to be unjustly gaining the upper hand, because we can remember in our hearts that we are all loved and treasured equally. No matter what appears to be, there is no such thing as privilege at a spiritual level. We are all in this together, and what happens within one being affects all. We can only grow, heal, and awaken together in entirety. There will be some who have the capacity to move ahead of the curve. They will be supported in doing so. Yet, they are no more important than those struggling to find the path. This does not mean that those with more advanced capabilities should martyr themselves to the lower frequency of their spiritual brothers and sisters or give up attempting to make individual progress. The more progress we make on our spiritual journey, the more benefit we ultimately bring to the collective because we are all connected. You cannot choose who will be able to acknowledge and support your spiritual path, nor how the benefits will reach others. Some will be able to receive a direct and immediate benefit. Others will not have that capacity. Yet, even if They and you cannot see how they can benefit as you make progress on your spiritual path. You can assume it is happening nonetheless. Blue skin Tara represents the element of spaciousness. Creating space in our lives opens us up to grace. You can only receive what you create room for. Blue Tara reminds us to continually clear the way for grace. That can require letting go of mental clinging and emotional distress and becoming open to positive outcomes no matter how unlikely or inaccessible they may sometimes seem to be. We do not accomplish this by denying or ignoring thoughts and feelings, but by practicing reassurance and dropping into trust. It is a spiritual art. Sometimes it will be easier to practice than at other times. Yet, in shifting from distrust to trust again and again, we learn the pattern. We learn to drop from our head into our heart. We learn to empower Tara's grace in our lives for the spiritual benefit of all beings. Unlike Kali's wild and free hair, Tara's is carefully coiled. This represents her gift of gently taming the wild spirit and providing us with careful, patient, and loving steps to bring ourselves back to peace and empowerment. If you have been feeling out of control of yourself or situations you have felt incapable of positively influencing, the Oracle of Blue Tara brings comfort. Chaos will give way to the correct higher order of love. Let there be peace in your heart. As she looks to her right, gazing towards the future, the gift of this oracle is a prediction of a peaceful, protected, and authentically expressive future drawing close to you now. You have every right to feel hope, happy and secure in your future destiny unfolding. That is so beautiful. I'm going to read the invocation ritual now, okay? I will perform this ritual by saying these affirmations for Goddess Blue Tara. You can follow along in your mind or repeat it after me if you wish. Say the following prayer. Tara Samsaratarini, she who leads us beyond suffering, may your love, wisdom, and grace manifest fully and completely through my heart for the spiritual benefit of all beings. I offer up all my concerns to you now with complete confidence in your swiftness, practicality, resourcefulness, and creative healing genius. With an open and trusting heart, I invite you to manifest as you wish within me and in my life. Jai Ma, Tare, Jai Ma. Place your hands in prayer before your heart. You are now going to form the lotus mudra in front of your heart. You do this by keeping the base of your palms, your thumbs, and little fingers touching while you fan out the rest of your fingers, creating a bowl or lotus shape. Imagine the lotus or bowl being filled with divine nectar pouring in from Tara's heart. Repeat the following short mantra. Tare Soham. Feel Tara's presence expanding and growing within your heart. As you do so, shining in all directions and through all dimensions for the spiritual benefit of all beings. When you are ready, place your hands in prayer and bow your head. You have completed your healing. That was the message from Blue Tara. We're going to open the Conscious Spirit Oracle deck. I feel like there's a lot of like affirmations and oracle cards that are wanting to be given to you guys this year, 2024. Pulling an oracle deck for Conscious Spirit. One please. Messages for one. 2 cards flew out. Release number 28 and 19. And number 19, a nurturing heart mother. Release. I release that which does not serve my higher purpose with gratitude and love. That totally aligns with what I was saying earlier. A nurturing heart mother. I am a protective spirit and reach out to all life with love and compassion. I really feel like you're like nurturing yourself this year. You are mothering yourself this year. You're becoming the parent figure that you never had growing up. And you're like, you know how people have like imaginary friends? You're gonna have an imaginary mother, where you're gonna imagine like what a good mother would say to you instead. And you're gonna heal yourself through that. That's beautiful. During hard times, you're gonna be like, what would have like my healing mother would have said to me? What would I say to my wounded inner child as a parent? What would I tell her? I feel called to read each of these cards mean. So I'm gonna look up 28. To connect to spirit and raise your energy, you need to release all physical, emotional, and mental blockages that hold you back from reaching your full potential. People, objects, emotions, and experiences come into your life in order for you to learn from them, but not all are meant to stay. I literally said that. Friends for a reason, friends for a season. Release these with love and gratitude and ask Archangels Michael and Raphael to cut and heal the cords attaching you to this baggage. This unwanted clutter holds stagnant energy which ties you to the past, preventing you from fully experiencing the present and moving forward. Once you have released the clutter, your life will open up to new opportunities and abundance on all levels. This card is also asking you to release your addiction to material goods. Why did I say like that? Goods! To material goods. By being caught up in the trap of consumerism, you waste time and energy on accumulating unimportant objects in your life that add no true value, while at the same time contributing to the depletion and destruction of your home, Mother Earth. That ties in with what I'm saying, like, oh, spending your money on things like drinking, clubbing, like you would rather save up the money to go like, I don't know, buy your favorite camera, or like buy a painting, like a high quality painting canvas, like a white canvas to paint your art on. Like you're investing your time and your energy elsewhere, and like because you're being more mindful where you place your energy, you're also mindful of how you're earning your money through your energy and your hard work, and you're valuing and you're respecting money. Your relationship with money is improving because you're being a lot more honorable, respectful of your money. So you're not just spending it frivolously. Your relationship with money is no longer frivolous. You're honoring it, and you're placing it in a place, you're putting your money where it will invest back into you and grow you. So nurturing heart, mother. 19. The feminine spirit is the protective, nurturing energy within the universe. It is time to awaken this energy within your heart and allow it to flow lovingly out across the universe. You must once again take back this feminine power and nurture your children, family, friends, yourself, animals, plants, and Mother Earth. Protect them from that which does not serve the greater good. Only through love and nurturing can you heal wounds. Life is the greatest gift you have been given. By awakening this powerful energy, not only do you bring healing and love to all, but you show your gratitude to your higher self, Mother Earth, and to Source. Awaken the mother within you. Become one with Mother Earth. Stand firm and strong by her side, and spread your motherly love and compassion to every corner of the universe. That's a really nice message. I'm gonna go and pull a card from Daily Guidance from your Angels Oracle cards. Okay, there's a lot of like affirmations. I really think affirmations is going to be a thing for you 2024 for pile 1. I feel called right now. My guys are telling me to make you guys a custom affirmation video on YouTube for pile 1. I have my work cut out for you guys. But after this reading, I'm going to have to literally have the channel and write out a script for affirmation video for well, not necessarily for 2024, but from here on out, on this point moving forward for my collective of pile 1. I'm going to have to do that for you guys. Oracle card, please. Angel Oracle card for pile 1 for 2024. Cleanse and detoxify. Wow. it really is a year of self-love for you, Pile 1. You're really putting yourself first. You're treating yourself like the queen and king and goddess and god that you are. You're going to be glowing this year. With great love and respect, we ask you to detoxify your precious and sensitive body. As your request will help you develop life-affirming ways to deal with stress, as well as any sorrow at shedding your old ways. Give your cares, worries, and concerns to us, and feel the beautiful grace of your newly purified body. I said beauty, but I meant body. Let's look what that means. Cleanse and detoxify. This card signifies the angel's recommendation that you eliminate chemicals and toxins from your body. Your sensitivity to drugs, food, additives, including sugar, alcohol, caffeine, and nicotine has increased. These substances are interfering with your ability to hear your angels, so they ask you to avoid them. The angels will gladly help you with stress or cravings if you will ask. Okay. Additional meanings for this card. Use herbal means to cleanse, such as wheat grass juice or psyllium seeds. Consult a holistic nutritionist. Call upon Archangel Raphael to reduce or eliminate cravings. Avoid toxic relationships or situations. Ask Archangel Michael to clear your body or home of any lower energies. Use gentle earth-friendly cleaning supplies. That's very nice. Alright, so now I'm going to pull out Tarot of the Divine. They want me to give you some more channeled messages before we move forward with one last oracle, but it's a love oracle card from Rumi that they want me to share with you guys. So I guess that's the order. They have an order today for how they want me to do this reading. Maybe the second pile will change, but we'll see. Just for pile 1, please, for the year 2024. Any guidances or things they need to look out for 2024, please. Any messages we need to know for the collective of my tribe of pile 1 for the year 2024, please. 2024, please. New levels, new devils. That's what I'm hearing. But none that you can't handle. None that you can't handle. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor. There's only 2 piles and they're really long. Long detailed piles. Alright, so you got Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. 10 of Swords. Knight of Cups. King of Coins. 7 of Swords. 3 of Wands. And the Fool. 2024, as you begin focusing on yourself, pile 1, and pouring back into yourself and nurturing the agriculture that is your energetic field, your energetic vibration, your personal projects, you're up-leveling your health, you're up-leveling your appearance, you're up-leveling your confidence, you're up-leveling the way you carry yourself, and that overall will affect the vibe and energy you give off to others into the world, because as above, so below, as within, so without. So as you change internally, as you keep loving yourself more, respecting yourself more, valuing yourself more, cherishing yourself more, having higher standards for yourself more, people who are currently in your life or people from your past are going to want to try to get closer to you, because they naturally sense something's shifting about you, and they can naturally sense that your worth and the quality of your energy, the essence of who you are that they knew you to be, is becoming more potent. You're like wine. You're like letting it mature and age, and the wine is becoming more fragrant, more denser in flavor, more full of character and body, more personality, more of a presence. And some of these people might try to be ankle biters or bottom feeders or bandwagon hoppers and tailcoat riders, because they know something's up. They know it's because you care about yourself and you value yourself, and they want to make sure to get in your good graces and have the foot in the door before the door closes for you, because it's Judgment Day. It's Judgment Day. It's your Judgment Day for yourself and those around you. As you value yourself more, people are going to try to latch on, or some of them might even be triggered and try to make you feel bad for giving the energy out to yourself. They're going to try to guilt trip you or blame you and say that you've been neglecting them and you've been like forgetting them, or you're not spending as much time with them, as if it's something you owe them. It's time to make new friends. It's time to make new friends who are on the same level as you, who are as mature as you, and who are willing to grow like you, who know how to pour back into themselves and can further inspire you to do the same for yourself. And that when you spend time together, you don't take away from each other, you add to each other. You expand each other. You nurture each other. You hold space for one another. And as you do that, there's also going to be new people that enter your life, new people that cross paths with you, new people that see what you're doing as you're putting yourself out there, creating, sharing your vision. And those new people are also going to try to be a bottom feeder, ankle biter, bandwagon hopper, tailcoat rider. And they're going to try to climb the ranks and be associated with you as you grow, because they're seeing it as a way to benefit themselves through the exploitation of you. But pay no mind to those things. Pay no mind at all to them, because they can't go where you're going, Pile One. They can't, even if they try to sit on your tailcoat, even though they try to hop on your bandwagon, even though they try to bite your ankle or feed from the scraps that you've dropped on the ground, it's not for them. It doesn't suit them. It doesn't fit them. So they can't stay long. Even if they try, they'll be bumped off, or whatever they're eating doesn't taste right. It doesn't taste good. They can't stand it. All you have to worry about, Pile One, is focusing on what is most important to you, yourself. That's all you have to worry about. That's all you have to prioritize, Pile One, 2024, is yourself. You will know if you're on the right track when you ask yourself, how am I feeling? What am I missing? What is it that I need? And if I don't have it yet, what is it that I would like to implement into my life this year that I will feel better, happier, more fulfilled, more at peace? That's all you have to worry about. Everything else is gravy. Those people will fall off. Both people from the past and in your future who are not meant for you, they will fall off. And as you grow and you invest in yourself, those who are meant to be with you, they will swim alongside you, because they're also growing alongside you. I'm picturing trees growing together rather than falling over one another and trying to stop the other and infect the other. Because they see the bigger picture, they know it's all for the benefit. Because as you grow as a tree, the bigger you are, the more fresh oxygen and fresh air you can provide, and the more like dirty air you can transmute and filter. The more life and more space you will hold for those to be under your tree, under your wing, so they can cultivate their lives and create an ecosystem that's beneficial for themselves and others, an economy. And there are other trees like you that are doing the same. There are going to be people that are going to try to cut you down, try to set your tree on fire, because they don't want to see you grow. But that's not going to work, because they think you're only the tree. They don't realize you're also the land, and you're the air, And you're also the rain and the fire. What do I mean by that? These people are able to only see one or several dimensions of who they believe you to be. In their current limiting beliefs and perspectives, in view of who you are, they will try to knock you down based off what they believe is holding you up. But they don't realize that what's holding you up is your pure, unwavering, faithful confidence and belief in yourself. And no one can take that away. And they can't identify that because they don't have that within themselves. If they were to able to identify that, and they can see the love you have for yourself, that means they also identify and can see the love they have within themselves as well. But they can't. They don't. So they won't. All you have to do is set your purpose and your vision, your goal, set it as your North Star. All you have to do is follow your North Star, Palawan. Everything else will take care of itself. Everything that's not meant to be will fall away. That's none of your concern, and that's not where you should be putting your energy, or for you to manage other people's expectations, or to maintain, or to explain, or justify. Rumi Oracle card, please, for Palawan to close off the reading, the year 2024. Let love transform, number 14. I like that the numerology 1 + 4 is 5. 5 means change. Transform. The spring of love arrives to transform the dust into a garden. The call is heard from the heavens to bid the wings of soul to fly. The sea becomes filled with pearls. The dry land receives the water of life. The stone becomes a ruby, and the body becomes all soul. Rumi. Love is my medicine, intelligent medicine. It takes death and makes it a passageway into greater life. What genius is this? A genius that will render anything and everything as a pathway to life. I have found a bench upon which we may be seated. Nay, not a bench, a love seat. It is carved of precious ruby. It sits under the gentle shade of an ancient tree that thrives in love's garden. Oh my gosh, and I just literally used the tree analogy for you guys. Come, sit with me, beloved, as we let the whispers of the great beloved penetrate our hollowed ears, carried upon the sweet afternoon breeze. As the sun begins to set, the colors become vibrant. Even if we are deaf to the beloved's tender whispers, we shall not be blind. We shall be captured by the vivid display of the beloved's artistry and be transported into peace. This oracle comes to you as a living spiritual gift. Whether you realize it or not, you have triumphed. You have blossomed, succeeded, cast aside that which was unworthy, and taken up love's way. How much delight there is from all those that walk this way of love, of life, to find another precious companion in their midst. You are welcome into this world. You are welcomed into this world where love finds a way. There is nothing impossible for love. It is not bound by the mind, and because of this, all manner of miraculous grace works through it in endless creative variety. That's beautiful. I'm going to read that again. There is nothing impossible for love. It is not bound by the mind, and because of this, all manner of miraculous grace works through it in endless creative variety. That's deep. The great beloved is a show-off, creating with such genius as to be breathtaking. Were we able to remain always in the heart? Were we able to remain always in the heart, we would be constantly breathless, in a fit of appreciation and awe so great, truly, there would not be even a slither of emptiness through which fear could enter. What does this mean? It means an avenue for divine fulfillment has been found. You are being given the power for spiritual success. Your heart's yearning shall manifest itself, but you must comply according to the law of love. What does that mean exactly? Do not attach yourself to the form that your resolution and success shall take. This ties in with your next come up and big break. That is beautiful how it ties in with like literally our last pick a card reading. So once I have that up, I'm going to link it in the description box below, and I highly recommend you guys listen to that one, pile 1. Your heart's yearning shall manifest itself, but you must comply according to the law of love. What does that mean exactly? Do not attach yourself to the form that your resolution and success shall take. Why would we seek to limit love's creative genius thus? No. Instead, trust that it will be magnificent, perfection, literally the work of great genius. Detach yourself from the expectations of timing. The harvest will be at the best time when the ripeness is just right. So utterly juicy and sweet, you shall know with certainty that this was the best way. Not a moment sooner would have been perfect, nor a moment later. Absolute trust is the best way to adhere to the law of love. This gives you rather some energy to spare, perhaps that might have otherwise been engaged in perpetuating worry or doubt. Well, I am so happy to see that you are twiddling your divine thumbs and wondering if you are not going to worry. If you are just going to surrender and trust, then what exactly will you do with yourself? Well, of course, you can just live your life, but perhaps you may want to dance barefoot and wild with me upon the cool sand at midnight under the fullness of the harvest moon. Let's do the sacred honoring ritual, shall we? Open your arms to the heavens and imagine sacred bounty pouring down more than you can hold. Oof, that feels good. Can you imagine abundance pouring into your life? The energy of prosperity, good health, joy, peace, happiness, inner acceptance, inner peace, gratitude, trust. Ooh. This is love's gift of plenty to you. Imagine whatever it is you want. Love, abundance, peace, passion, healing, purpose. Let it all descend into your body and soul, just like that. When you are ready, place your hands on your heart and say, I am love's own. I am seated with my brother Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, upon the love seat in the sacred garden of the divine creator. I am blessed to fulfill my destiny, to become divinity awakened and embodied, to receive all of life with the wings of angels at my back, so I may rise with my sacred animal feet to dance with sacred delight upon this earth. Put your hands in prayer. Bow your head for a moment. You have finished your sacred honoring ritual. That was a very beautiful reading for pile 1. If you like this reading, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you won't miss another reading. You can come back to this one as well. We're going to move on to pile 2. Pile 2. Yeah, pile 2. Alright, pile 2. You have chosen this cat head. This is your reading. Message for pile 2 for the year 2024, please. Message that pile 2 needs to hear. The pile 2 collective of my tribe, please, for 2024. Oh, I fell off onto the floor. Where did it go? It's got a lot of major arcanas for this pile. Alright, pile 2. These are your cards. You got the Hermit, Strength card. High Priestess, wow. I didn't even see that. I'm looking at them all now. Wow, you have a lot of major arcanas. Hermit, Strength, High Priestess, the Sun, the Star, Sword, Death, and then it's 1x. Nine of Wands. Two of Swords, Nine of Wands. Everything else is major arcana. Wow. Wow, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcanas. This is going to be a very pivotal year for you guys, pile 2. And 2 minor arcanas. 2 of Swords. Knight of Wands. Okay, let me... Even my... Do you see that? My camera just acted up. I'm freaked out. What is happening for pile 2? What is the energy for pile 2? Like, did you see the camera just do that? Yeah, I saw it. You guys saw it, right? Not just me, right? I suddenly feel a very overwhelming sensation of being isolated and alone. And the sudden realization that all of my experiences of life and everything around me is purely a byproduct of my interpretation of everything around me. It's all in my head. It's all in your head. Pile 2, it's all in your head. Everything is all in your head. You are realizing that everything that goes on in this reality can only exist inside your head. It's what you make of it. It's how you interpret it. It's how you choose to respond to it. How it's causing you to feel. And how other people may be trying to cause you to feel. It's all in your head. It's all a personal experience. Everything and anything that's happening in this space-time of reality is an individual experience. But something about that doesn't feel right. Because it's not necessarily true. I think that's what you're coming out of, pile 2. Okay, this is going to be harsh, but I love you. But your guides are telling me that your head is going to be coming out of your ass this year. What do they mean by that? You just start realizing that not everything is an individual experience. It is. Yes, it is. And it's also not at the same time. Both can be mutually exclusive. Both truths can exist at the same time. Your independent individual experience is true. Everything around you and how you're perceiving it and therefore feeling like it's an isolated experience is true. But the experiences that other people influence onto you to let you see into their perspective and how they're experiencing reality so that it could bleed into your realm and your scope of isolated reality so you could assimilate it into yours and integrate it is also true. Yeah, you're gonna have a wake-up call this year, pile 2. There's a level of selfishness here for pile 2 that you don't even realize you're exerting. I don't think you're even realizing the impact and the power of your actions. You're undermining it. You're still undermining it. Even for things you when you're not actively trying to influence people, you think you're no longer influencing people and like it's your time off. No, you're still influencing people. Like, you think only when you're doing your art or you're teaching your piece or you're sharing your thoughts is when you're doing the influencing, and then when you're going back and paying your own mind and spending time with yourself and with your peers and you're just talking with other people and just relaxing, that you're not doing any influencing. You're doing influencing. You're still influencing. But you don't realize how much of an influence you have. You don't think much of it. But you're always influencing. And so is other people. Other people are always influencing you as well. But you're not realizing how great people influence you. You're undermining not only your own influence, but you're also undermining the influence and impact of others have on you, for better or worse. Yeah, this really is coming out of your assery year. Let me look at these cards now. Yeah, because of Hermit, Strength, High Priestess, Sun, the Star, Death. It's an ending of you coming, the ending of your Hermit era, the ending of you being isolated and just being in your thoughts. And just being in your mind and your philosophy and your own belief system. That's ending. You're coming out of indecision. Two of Swords is indecision. And the Nine of Wands is defensiveness. You're coming out of defensiveness and indecision and coming out of your hermit mode of just being only in your own thoughts and your own beliefs and your own perspective and your own secular individual experience. Interesting. They don't want me to go the same format as Pile 1. They want me to go straight into Tarot of the Divine. Okay, let's go into Tarot of the Divine. We're using bigger tarot cards now to see what messages they have for you, Pile 2, for the year 2024 that you need to hear and prepare yourself for. Stream cut off by itself? That's so weird. It never told me on my end that the stream stopped. That's so weird. What were we talking about? I don't think we were talking about much, actually. Okay, I didn't even pull any cards either. Wow, Pile 2's energy is weird. It's wonky. Okay, messages we need to hear for Pile 2. I don't know if it's strong. I think it's just wacky. Don't get ahead of yourself, Oracle. Don't be complimenting your energy just because you're Pile 2. You already got the message. You're getting your head out your ass. Yeah, okay, Oracle, try to justify yourself. Oh, strong. I meant strong and funky. Yeah, okay. Okay, wow, I still have not pulled any card, guys. The fuck? Okay, messages for Pile 2, please. Message for Pile 2, for the collective of Pile 2 for the new year 2024. What is it that they need to know? I need to hear. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna be yelling at Pile 2. Oh my god. Wait, did I disconnect again? Did I disconnect again? Am I still live? Am I? Okay, because that's so weird. Okay, I'm like, because my viewers just went to 0. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. I'm gonna be scolding you guys. Pile 2. Heed your own words. You're not taking your own advice. You guys are hypocrites. Your guys are telling you you're a hypocrite. You're not doing as you say or saying as you do. You're not doing what you say. Something is happening this year where there are things that you say you do but you don't. There's a level of self-denial here that you may be overlooking, that you're more... You have convinced yourself. You guys are coming out of a level of self-delusion, Pile 2. The screen is jumping. It's not jumping for me. Can you guys clip it? Maybe there's a message that someone is preventing me from letting you guys know about, or wanting to. Because the message here is you're coming out of a level of self-delusion, Pile 2. Like, you know, some people like want to think well of themselves. They want to think they're like good and perfect, or like one aspect of their life is totally fine. Like, this is fine, but really it's on fire and you're drinking coffee in the middle of the room. Like, you have somehow convinced yourself that it's fine and you don't have to look at it. There's something about yourself this year in 2024 pile 2 that you're going to have to look at and come to terms with and realize you need to work on it. And it's going to bring in the death card. It's going to be the end of self-delusion. Yeah, you got 9 of Swords. Yeah, it's the Oracle of Delphi, right? But this card is like I told you so and you didn't heed my advice, so now you're like reaping the consequences that you ignored. You ignored the warnings. There are warning signs about yourself that need to be addressed. Ask maybe your health. It could be you're neglecting your health, or you're pushing your health too far, like you're doing too much and you need to like bring it into balance. Like, so example, let's just say you're working out, you may be overexerting yourself and you're pushing yourself too much to the max that like it's not realistic and you could injure yourself. Or you're not working out enough and you're convincing yourself it's totally fine if you think positively that you'll be healthy. It's like that level of delusion that you're going to come out of, and you're going to have to realize you have to like start, something is just not going to work. Something is going to break this year, 2024. And it's going to be a rude awakening that you realize you can't keep going on like that anymore. Like one day you're going to wake up and you're going to sit in bed and you realize this part of your life is in shambles and it needs to be addressed. Some people in your life may have been warning you about it already, been trying to bring it to your attention already, but you have been brushing it off and like la 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 la, I don't hear you, because it's like hard to hear. Like it's hard to hear. It's a very sensitive part. I'm going to pull a bit more cards. So I'm going to show the cards, okay? Knight of Swords, 3 of Coins. Beware of making people jealous by showing off too much or boasting too much about yourself. There's such thing as shining your light, but there's another of just being obnoxious. There's a balance of that. Queen of Cups, Knight of Swords, and Strength. So I think there's a level of immaturity here that you guys are going to be coming across in the level in the year 2024. The level 2024. What is level 2024? 4, 6, 8. Year of abundance. You're going to start growing and you're going to start stepping into your own light for the first time. This is the shadow side of pile 1. Literally. So if you haven't listened to pile 1, go back to pile 1. This is literally, both piles is everyone's reading here that is in my collective for 2024. Pile 1 talks about the light side of your reading and your forecast for the year 2024. Pile 2 talks about the shadow side of your life of 2024. And your life, because you're stepping into the light for the first time and you're learning to celebrate yourself for the first time, you're learning to prioritize yourself for the first time, be careful not to shine your light in a way that loses balance and it becomes boastful. Overly boastful or cocky or just like taunting and needlessly showing off to a point where it goes into pride. It goes from self-confidence into unhealthy pride. It goes from meaning well to constantly exerting your opinions and advice to other people when it's unsolicited. And being so proud that you might take on big things, they'll end up setting you back. Be confident, but don't be self-delusional and be like so overconfident that, let's just say you do one workout, you worked out for one day, that you feel so strong and so confident that next time you go in, you think you could take on like 600 pounds deadlift. Like, don't have that level of delusional confidence and ego. Somebody is here. There's a handful of people here in this audience for pile 2 that you're being warned of letting your ego flare up. You have a tendency to be too proud, too fast, too soon. That's why the Knight of Swords is here. In and out. Very fleeting energy. You speak too soon, too fast about yourself. You need to be mindful of that. Also, when you have opportunities, don't be too excited to share it with the whole world until it's concrete. Don't be harping it around with everyone. I'm starting this. So that, like, why are you building up so much hype for when it hasn't even been solid? The project hasn't even gone to conception mode, into ingestation mode, into creation mode. be careful of talking more than you do. How to? Because this year is meant for you to be focusing on yourself and to be pouring back into yourself. But don't get too gung-ho, I hear, and excited and ahead of yourself that you start talking about yourself to the whole world and telling the world what you're going to plan to do. You're going to do this, you're going to do that, that you don't end up actually doing it. You're just talking about doing it. The only doing you're doing is talking about it. You're not actually doing it. So don't just talk, walk the walk. Or you're going to create a reputation of the boy who cried wolf, but in a way where the reputation you build of yourself is that you're just full of potential. That's the only reputation you build. And that's the only repetition you build. I was shuffling again. I didn't check, but I just looked now. At the bottom of the card is High Priestess. Don't get lost in the sauce of your thoughts, of the ideations and the concepts of what could be. Yeah, Nine of Cups is at the top of the card. Yeah, don't get lost in self-fulfillment of just the concept of what it is that you think will sound good and feel nice. Don't get lost in the fantasy of, oh, wouldn't it be nice if I don't know, let's just say I write a book and I start a trilogy, and then you start spending all your time talking to other people about this trilogy of concept rather than actually typing it yourself. And then you go to all these parties and clubs and all you do is just tell other people about this book that you're going to write that you haven't written. But you spent 3 months going around to all these social gatherings telling everyone about this book you're going to write. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. Don't be that person. This is so harsh, but it's so true. It's so true. You have to start. That's not pouring into yourself, because you might not be used to you're not used to pouring back into yourself. You think pouring back into yourself means talking about yourself. No, it means doing and being who you are. I was gonna say doing yourself too. Take it however you wish for that. Yeah, self-delulu is a very slippery slope. If nobody points it out to you, you can be so easily caught into your own self-delulu. Oh my gosh, I'm like sweating from channeling that message. There's a lot of like the energy is very chaotic and like not going to the right channel. That's why my stream stopped, my camera flickered, stream was going on and off, and my energy, I kept getting interrupted. It's like you have so much energy and you're not putting it into the right place. You're putting it into the wrong place. You're blocking yourself. You're cock blocking yourself. You're shoving your head up your own ass. You're not putting your energy to the right places. You're not managing your energy and your time and your resources correctly, pal, too. You're being called to reflect on that. Example, maybe you're spending too much time gossiping. Not all of you, but some of you spend too much time gossiping. Gossiping or gossiping about yourself. What's gossiping about yourself? Talking too much about your problems, and you're not focusing on much on the solutions. And you're not focusing on the action of doing the solution and coming out of the loop, coming out of the cycle. Rather, you're marinating in the problem. You might have some secret addiction to your issues. You might have secret addiction to problems because it keeps you safe, because you're used to the energy and you're scared of peace. Some of you are scared of peace. You're afraid of peace and joy and happiness and gratitude. It's so serene, you don't know how to handle it. Like some of you guys here get irritable when you try to meditate. You can't sit still when you meditate, and when you listen to singing bowls, it's irritating to you. Your relationship with peace might be very being called into question. You might want to redefine and reapproach your relationship with peace and forgiveness and joy and gratitude. Kali, message from the Kali Oracle deck. File 2. What are the messages for File 2, please, for year 2024 from Kali? Maha Kali 16. X plus 1 is 7. Spirituality. You guys might have a new level of spiritual ego death. Because that's the only way you grow. That's the only way you grow. Humans have a tendency to form ego wherever they go, whatever they do. Sense of pride and knowing and self-righteousness forms. Self-entitlement forms when you master something. This year, pile 2, your spiritual ego is going to die. For the greater good, for your own good, so that you can keep growing. Ego helps sustain, retain, and protect us. Only if we can use it in a balanced manner. Same with spiritual ego. But if your spiritual ego gets out of hand to the point where you think you know enough, or that you know more than most people, or that you don't need to learn from certain places that you think you're going to be in for a rude awakening, you're going to be learning in places you didn't expect to be learning. And the places that you expected to be learning, you're going to realize you're not going to learn shit at all. You're not going to know what is left and what is right this year, 2024, pile 2. Because your spiritual ego needs to die. So that there may be room for you to be humble, to be open and receptive, to be growing again and learning again. Going back to your roots and foundations again. Revising everything that you thought you knew and understood and integrated again. Wow, okay, very humbling year. Her magnificence steadies the anxious mind and reassures the heart of the empowering grace that arises through trust in her. Attempting to fathom the wisdom behind the workings of the Divine Mother would be trying to cram the entire ocean into a teacup. Such wisdom is vast and our perspective is limited, yet we don't need to understand divine will to benefit from it. Better to allow her creativity, resourcefulness, and unlimited vision to take effect in our lives, bringing us grace, as every grace necessary for our blessed fulfillment. First of the 10 wisdom goddesses, or Mahavidyas, is the 10-armed Mahakali. She is laden with her sacred weapons. Many arms and weapons symbolize the capacity of the Divine Mother to work beyond human limitations. The human limitations, the ego. What did I say? The contrast is not intended to diminish the dignity of our humanity. Humans have a tremendous capacity for heroism, kindness, love, grace, and generosity. Rather, it is an encouragement to engage with the divine with perfect trust in our hearts. Multiple weapons represent multiple creative powers to conquer multiple issues. More than 2 arms indicate that divine workings are not limited by our human perspectives or capacities. This is reassuring. The divine can accomplish works beyond what would be possible through human effort alone. Mahakali means Great Kali. She is known as the guardian of the cosmic order, the one who selects the timing for all unfoldment. Nothing can be accomplished without the necessary preparations, and not before it is the right time for it. Such process and timing are determined according to higher wisdom capable of assessing and meeting the spiritual needs of all beings simultaneously. We cannot know what the order of events must be to accomplish the Divine Mother's purpose. In hindsight, we may gain glimpses of her unfolding genius, but to live in harmony with her requires us to trust in what is unfolding and to work with that. Even when events seem to be going against us or we cannot see the way to succeed. What did I say? I literally said, you will not know what's from left to right. How do we proceed with such trust? There is no magic to it. It is a choice we make again and again. When we sense the next step is before us, we proceed. When we need to wait, we wait. We do not try to force, but we tune into our hearts and sense what is guided in each moment. We allow ourselves to feel intimately known and connected with the divine as our ally. We recognize that a sequencing of certain events needs to happen. This enables lessons to be learned, so we are ready at every stage for what needs to come next. We are not being denied or blocked. We are being loved. That's what I said, because you guys are the one that are denying and blocking yourselves. It is protective compassion that prevents us from seeing anything other than the next 1 or 2 steps ahead. To know more is not always helpful. Although if specific knowledge would support us on our path, then we can be sure it will come to us. When will that happen? Mahakali reminds us it will be at the best time. It may be after we have acknowledged there is a problem we need to resolve, or when we have created some mental space, so an essential understanding is not lost in psychological clutter. If you have ever felt like you have your best insights after a shower, or after you switch off during a yoga class or exercise session, then you have experienced how much easier it is to access inner guidance when you switch off and empty the mind. Be here now and attend to what you can attend to now, leaving all else until the right moment is upon you. Your heart shall instinctively know that moment without needing to be told. All that is happening now is growing you toward that moment. All that has happened before has grown you into capacity for this moment. It is as it is in Mahakali's beautiful wisdom dance as she wields the weapons needed to provide the right conditions, the right endings, the right beginnings within which the soul can flourish. Trust that what is happening now will give way to a new expression when the time is right. This will be when your readiness matches the requirements for success, and when those who can benefit from your increasing soul awakening, this ties in with pile 1 perfectly. This will be when your readiness matches the requirements for success, and when those who can benefit from your increasing soul awakening have awoken sufficiently also. Attend to your work with determination and hope in your heart. Trust that the divine is taking care of everything else. Let's do the ritual now. Say the following prayer aloud if possible. Mahakali, Adi Shakti, Queen of Cosmic Order, I bow to your wisdom. I humbly acknowledge that the closest I can come to understanding your workings is to show reverence for the mysteries of life. And so I love and accept who I have been, who I am now, and trust in the continued unfolding of my being under your skillful care. I open to the blessing of the needed thing, the needed task, the necessary knowledge, and your sublime generous grace. I summon the courage within my heart and the trust in your love for me, and I proceed for the spiritual benefit of all beings. May all beings know your loving presence and embrace their divine destinies as prescribed by your wisdom-bearing heart. Jai Ma Kali. Be seated or stand comfortably. You can now honor the 10-armed Mahakali with the following mudra dance. Start with both hands in prayer above your head. Inhale, exhale. Move both hands apart above your head as if receiving abundant blessings from the heavens. Inhale, exhale. Extend both arms out to either side of you, palms facing outward, fingertips facing up. Inhale, exhale. Extend both arms facing downwards as if blessings are dripping from your hands, palms facing forward, fingertips extended down. Inhale, exhale. Place both hands in prayer before your heart. Inhale, exhale. Pause for a moment. Honor her presence within you and in all lives. Within your heart, choose to trust in divine timing. You have completed your sacred ritual. Yeah, so there is a level of impatience here for pile 2, of wanting to get ahead or thinking you know when you don't. and you have forgotten the sacredness of the mysteries of the unknown, that there is reverence for the unknown for a reason. There is sacredness in not knowing. And as someone who may be a seer, or someone who has foresight, or who has logical foresight, or is good at reading situations and reading the rooms and calculating the next move, you're going to be humbled this year, pal, to realize there is honor and respect and reverence that needs to be acknowledged to the art of not knowing, to be reminded that there is beauty of not knowing. That's deep. Okay, I'm gonna pull out an oracle card from Conscious Spirit. Not needing to know everything, and knowing that you don't need to know everything, is part of the biggest lesson of 2024. Pal 2. That's big. That's big. What is the Conscious Spirit card for Pal 2, please, for 2024? Okay, you got 2 cards. 35, Nature Spirits, and 14, Fire Elemental. You need to be grounded this year. Grounded in your being, grounded in your present moment, grounded in your root chakra. Be more in the present and not so much in your mind. Not so much in your thoughts and not so much in your predictions. So 35, Nature Spirits. I respect all nature's elemental beings and help preserve life on earth. 14, Fire Elemental. I ignite the fire within me that connects me to the divine. Yeah, all you need to know is the next step to take in front of you, to be in the moment, to live your life, to stop conceptualizing, stop talking about what you're going to do and actually do it. That makes sense. Each of us is a spirit, residing in a physical form. So is everything in nature, from the animals to the planets. From the oceans and rivers to the rocks and crystals, all contain that spark of source energy. This card is asking you to become aware of this. Make an extra effort when spending time in nature or in your garden to acknowledge the life force energy in everything around you. This energy supports and feeds your life in turn. When gardening, treat your plants with respect. Feel the earth's energy rising up through their roots, into their stems, leaves, and fruit, helping to sustain life on earth. When at the sea or a river, give thanks to the life-sustaining waters, without which no life would exist on this planet. If this card keeps coming up, it might be an indication that you need to actively take part in your community through nature conservation or help out at your local animal shelter. If you work indoors all day, it might be a sign that you need to start looking for hobbies or other interests that take you outdoors. Nature's energies are healing, revitalizing, nurturing, and loving. She shares them unconditionally. Open your heart and welcome these energies into your life. So it's balance. Let's go into Fire Elemental. The element of fire is an extremely powerful force and must be handled with caution. It is associated with will, passion, and change. Fire represents the divine spark that resides in all of us. This card is asking you to find the fuel that ignites this spark. Finding your bliss will assist you in connecting to the divine. The energy of fire will stimulate your passion and determination, which will help you through the changes in your life. This card could be telling you that to flow more easily through the changes in life, you need to reignite your passions. Move your life in the direction where your passions lie. Make choices based on what makes you happy, not what others want or expect. Candles and flames are associated with this element. Salamanders are symbolic of their energy and they help in releasing old patterns to make way for the new. Wow, it ties in perfectly for the whole messages of Pile 1 too. Less talk, more walk, Pile 2 for 2024. Alright, let's move on to the Doreen Virtue Angel Oracle cards. What messages they have for you? It's mostly just Oracle cards now because the tarot reading section, they made me scold you first. 2 flew out. Heart chakra. And listen. Listen to your heart when it's calling a name. The song. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. I don't where you go well. Something to do to you before. Something good. What's that song about? Let me see. I know there's something in the wake of your smile. I get a notion from the look in your eyes. You've built a love, but that love falls apart. Your little piece of heaven turns too dark. Listen to your heart when he's calling for you. Listen to your heart. There's nothing else you can do. I don't know where you're going and I don't know why, but listen to your heart before you tell him goodbye. Sometimes you wonder if this fight is worthwhile. The precious moments are all lost in the tide. They're swept away and nothing is what it seems. The feeling of belonging to your dreams. And there are voices that want to be heard, so much to mention that you can't find the words. Sorry guys. I hear my brother outside. I think he's not feeling well. Hold on one second guys, let me check up on him. Okay, back. Sorry about that. I think my brother had like upset stomach from the food he ate. He ate something wrong, so he was like, he unexpectedly like vomited. He was like gagging in the hallways. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, we were in the middle of reading Listen to Your Heart. And there are voices that want to be heard, so much to mention, but you can't find the words. The scent of magic, the beauty, the spin, when love was wilder than the wind. Okay. Heart chakra. Love is the heart of the matter. Your heart is the center within your physical being, attuned most to love. It's safe for you to love and be loved with an open heart as we stand by with perfect protection and guidance. Listen. Quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desire's manifestation. That's like divine timing. Trust in your divine timing and not like thinking you have it figured out, right? Because it's not up for you to figure it out, pal, too. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desire's manifestation. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. I'm going to read the book, what it says about heart chakra. The angels gave you this card because the answer to your question rests within your heart. The more that you open your heart, the more love, joy, and peace you'll feel. You can open your heart chakra by asking the angels to send their healing energy, by visualizing your heart surrounded by pink light, by inhaling the fragrance of pink roses, by holding or wearing rose quartz crystal, and by focusing on love. Additional meanings for this card. Send light and love to your heart chakra. Take very good care of your cardiovascular health. I did talk about health. For you guys to not neglect your health or overdo your health. Take good care of your cardiovascular health through exercise and healthy eating. A departed loved one who passed on from a heart condition is saying, hello, I love you. Have a heart-to-heart discussion. Okay. Now we're going to go on to listen. You received this card because the angels wish to get their messages through to you. They ask that you talk less and listen more. When we're stressed, we tend to chatter out of nervousness. Give your worries to the angels and trust that they've heard your prayers. If it seems they're not answering your prayers, it's probably because you're not listening to their answers. That comes down to ego. Do you think you know it all? That's why you stop listening and you don't even realize you turn your ears off to the divine because you think you know, you think you figured it out. So retreat to a quiet place with the intention of listening to your angels. Then close your eyes, breathe deeply, and listen. Additional meanings for this card. Avoid noisy environments. You've been hearing your angels correctly. Turn off the television or radio. Your hearing is becoming more sensitive because you've been tuning in to the angels. Clear your ear chakras. I didn't know we had ear chakras. By visualizing light clearing the area above each eyebrow. Clear your ear chakras by visualizing light clearing the area above each eyebrow. Like here. Maybe our ear chakras are right here, like Mickey Mouse. I don't know. Let's move on to the roomie. oracle. The last oracle deck that will wrap up the reading. Whoa! I was just shuffling and this flew out. Dance of the Divine Feminine. That is a message for you guys for pile 2. 42, so that's 6. As above, so below. Integrating. I feel like that looks like a fetus. Like a fetus growing. Giving birth to something, and this is the woman, and she's looking into her womb of herself. I think for pile 2, your messages for this year, 2024, is to find strength and newfound respect for the yin energy, for the soft energy, for the unknown energy, for the feminine energy, for the energy of creation. And what is the energy of creation? A part of creation is in gestation, a period of unknown, unclarity. When you're in that goop, you're in that goop like a cocoon. You're in liquid state, forming to become. That is part of the state of creativity. And you're going to learn this year, pile 2, there is much to be respected in the unseen and things that have not yet formed. And to have respect and being patient to allow it to form and not to jump to conclusions and be too cocky about where you think you know where it's going to head or what's going to be. And to I'm even hearing putting a label on it before it even had the chance to define itself. I'm going to read 42 now. If a tree could move from one place to another, it would not suffer the pain of the saw or the oppressive wounds. If the sun and the moon stood still like the rocks, they could not offer brilliance. How bitter the taste of water would be if the river stopped its flow, remaining still like seawater. When the seawater rises to become a cloud, it loses its bitterness and pours the rain of sweetness. I have given you only a few examples. You can figure out the rest. Break away from the self and enter the kingdom of love. Rumi. That's beautiful. How can your feet bear to be still when the music is so lush and inviting? How can you hold yourself back from the tide of love when the horizon looms so vast and exciting? How can you not arch your back and respond with ecstasy to the lover's touch, saying in absolute submission, yes, more? You were made to move and grow, to love and flow. Even mountains change. Surrender the stodgy ways of the mind and become willing to dance to the great orchestrations of love. Yeah, your ego is going to die. You're going to be broken down. Your pre-existing mental constructs and beliefs about spirituality and life and the world around you and even who you are is going to shift this year of 2024. Even the preconceived notions of your self-conception is going to be brought into question this year. You may feel unsettled, beloved, as though the ground beneath you is not solid, not so solid. You may touch it to see. Is it moving? Of course. It is hurtling through the skies, spinning, tilted on its axis. It's amazing you aren't passed out on the floor in utter dizziness. Yet you stand there, imagining you have a choice of not moving. What funny foolishness. Let us laugh about it together. How can you even imagine it only through some misplaced fear? It is such a small craziness, really. You can cast it off, that small crazy fear. Let it return to the Earth Mother to become fertilizer for the far grander and more exciting insanity of divine love instead. Give up that tiny insanity in favor of the greater craziness of love. You cannot be unmoved by it. The rhythm of life will get you shaking your hips eventually. How could you not become entranced by the gleaming dance floor, shimmering with possibility and invitation? This oracle comes to you with guidance. Your life may feel as though it is being tipped upside down. I'm on point with this reading tonight. Ooh. Perhaps you feel as though the great beloved, in a feisty mood, has grabbed your ankles, is holding you upside down and shaking you wildly until your skirt is over your head. or the pockets of your pants becoming freed of their contents, keys and wallet dropping to the floor in disarray. Your hair is messy, your bottom is in the air, and your sense of orientation is nowhere to be found. Blood is rushing to your head, and goodness knows you just want to be put down to have a moment to come to your senses. So the beloved will give you that gift, but don't imagine it will last for too long. The great beloved esteems you capable of so much more than being sure-footed and sensible. You are capable of more whirling and stumbling whilst inspired by the music of the spheres. If you just accept a great invitation to dance, there won't be so much roughhousing going on. It won't be needed because your hair will already be in a mess. Your blood will already be pumping and you'll be sweating, laughing, smiling, and dancing. The great beloved will be alive in you, which is all that grand seducer ever wanted in the first place. Even with all the jokes and horseplay. Life is the biggest super seducer. Disarrayed and disheveled by the divine beloved, you are able to break out of a too ordinary world. You will explore the delightful consequences of rocked boats and upset apple carts being swept away by love as you dare to dream bolder and wilder for yourself and the world. There is bigger magic for you to weave this lifetime. Prosaic priorities inherited from the world are stuff and nonsense. It is the priorities of the heart that matter to you. If you are ever to right yourself whilst the beloved is tipping you upside down like a soaring bird in most impressive aerodynamics, it will be through establishing right priorities and priorities of your own heart. Oh, this is beautiful. This is lining for 2024. So ask your heart what matters most and attend to that. Soon you'll be able to find your orientation, even if everything you have once held on to appears to be shimmering and insubstantial, a mere dance of light rather than solid ground. This will become so easy for you because your orientation will flow from within, from the heart, and no matter what shifts and changes take place around you, your center will remain strong. That's literally what I channeled for pile 1. People are going to think they can rock your boat and take you up from under because they think you're this or you're that. But your orientation is grounded in your heart and in love, and as long as you do that, no one can ever take that from you. This is what the beloved wants for you. Such peace and relief it shall bring to you. But perhaps some shaking about is required. First, in case you are reluctant to give up some mainstays, unaware of how much they drain life away from your heart center. That is so funny. Yeah, life is gonna shake you up. You're not gonna know left from right. This oracle brings you this message also. There is something you are holding on to, a person, a place, a thing, a belief, a vision, and you need to let it go because it wants to grow. It may grow and change into something utterly different, or it may grow into exactly what you are imagining. Whichever outcome, growth is happening, and you'll find you enjoy the way much more with greater flow and support and less bashing of your head against a proverbial brick wall if you can let it happen. Yeah, not be conditional and think you figured it out. Don't worry if it seems as though your world is coming to an end or you are losing something you once loved. This is just a shaking about of the great beloved to lead you into a deeper, sweeter dance of divine being and becoming. Put your focus into your heart and realize you are more ready than you think. Now shake those hips, stamp those feet, close your eyes, and clap your hands. There, that's better already. Let's do the sacred honoring ritual. Say the following aloud. What the My phone just died. My phone just died. That is so funny. Let me finish this ritual and I'll charge my phone. Say it's funny because my reading's coming to an end. My phone just ended. What the caterpillar calls the end, the master calls the butterfly. guys. I literally just talked about being in a goop, in a state of a cocoon, of ingestation. Whatever you think is not working out and you can't figure it out, that's a state of creativity. Repeat it 3 times, or however many times feels necessary for you at some deeper part of your being to really believe in what you are saying. You'll know when that happens because you will feel more peace and presence within, and then you will have completed your sacred honoring ritual. Let's say that a few times, guys. What the caterpillar calls the end, the master calls the butterfly. What the caterpillar calls the end, the master calls the butterfly. What the caterpillar calls the end, the master calls the butterfly. What the caterpillar calls the end, the master calls the butterfly. And that concludes your reading, pile 2. Certainly hope it resonated or it was useful to you. If this reading was good, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and subscribe. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss another reading.